tonight, because you know I don't be going outside, but tonight I went out and I went to this spot called The Spot in Gwinnett. Well, it was in Duluth, but and I'm watching the crowd and I'm just kind of like people watching or whatever. Why is it that all the men not are around the bar, but they don't talk to women? They just talking to one another, but they not talking to women. And it got me thinking, like, I was born in the 70s, okay? Late 70s. What happened to the days where the men would actually approach the women and talk to them? Not that I'm looking for nobody to approach me because I got a man, but I'm looking around and I'm like, why is it that these men don't approach women? And there was tons of women around, but none of them approach women to talk to them. They're just kind of like standing in the corner. They're drinking their drink. They're doing whatever, but they don't talk to women. It's like, yo, is this what it's like?
Now,
All right, so let me go ahead and pause it right there. She was mentioning why men are at the bar drinking, they're not approaching women. Because men don't have the need to anymore. They realize the juice isn't worth the squeeze. There's no benefit approaching women. Most of them see women as an expensive bills, right? They don't, first, why are they gonna approach? They're not there to like approach women anymore. Men know they're wasting their time, they're wasting their energy. They know the juice isn't worth the squeeze. That's why they're not approaching women. They're comfortable where they're at. Right? They're building themselves, making a lot of money, and they're just there to have a good time with their buddies. That's the truth.
come on, baby. You know better than that. I smell a lot of cap in your rap, number one. Women like to be approached. They like to be entertained, even when they are in a relationship with a man, especially when they're in a
Facts.
relationship with a man, because that's just the nature of women. So that's number one. Let's throw that cap out. Even if they don't, and like, go, but they still like to be approached because it gives them the feeling that they're still wanted, right? So that's number one. But that's not the point of the video. She said, why is a lot of these guys not approaching? The first reason is because they don't have to anymore.
I just said
They're
that.
very comfortable in who they are. They're very comfortable in just going out and having a good time. And they're not tripping off of it because the women are also approaching and saying what they want. The ones that want what they want, they making it known. They throwing signals, which leads me to point number two, is that y'all have taught us how to treat y'all. And so nowadays, even the old school guys, because she said she was born in the late 70s, I was born in the in the early 80s. And I will tell you that if the vibes ain't right, just cold approaching, that ain't even a move no more because women regularly, even online on these applications, come on here and say how they get the ick and all of that stuff, but they'll definitely let you know if they're interested in you, which leads to the conversation, right?
Let me go ahead and pause right there. Listen, if you're out in public, right, if a woman finds you attractive, she's going to make it known. She won't directly tell you. She would indirectly tell you. She's going to go in your proximity, right? She might ask you for help. She's going to give you a lot of glances. She's going to get very, very close to you, right? She's going to make it very well known. Sorry. She's going to make it very well known if she likes you, right? Not only that, she might, if she's with a friend, she's going to tell her friend about it. If she's by herself, most women, because women don't like getting rejected, it hurts their ego, right? But they're gonna give you signals. They're gonna give you eye contact if they find you physically attractive. That is the truth.
Which leads to my third thing. Everything just has to be organic. And more importantly, as a person that, enjoys that feminine energy around me, I will tell you that it's not always about y'all. I know that y'all think that y'all are the main characters of every single movie that is written in your head. But the reality is that it's not always about you. Everybody ain't always checking for you. You're not always the coolest, the dopest. I go out all the time. I'm out and about on a regular basis, and I will tell you that I'm not tripping on anything that's happening. I'm just enjoying my time. I'm enjoying myself. I seen a woman do
Facts.
a video and she was like, And this was literally just yesterday. And she said, I don't understand why men just can't let women go out and enjoy themselves and date themselves. And she was speaking to that effect. So you got to pick and choose.
What?
You can't say
What? Listen, I would argue 80% of men stopped approaching women. They don't even care about women anymore, right? There are 20% men. There are men who are approaching women. They're shooting their shot, right? Like, which is completely normal. We're men, right? We find something attractive, we're going to shoot our shot, regardless. But most men checked out. Most men are getting their passports going overseas. What do you mean most men are not even bothering women? What? Let's continue, bro.
why aren't guys approaching? But then you have women today getting mad because guys are approaching and disturbing their peace. I just think that guys is chilling. They got the hint. They not tripping about it. It ain't no shortage of women. A lot of times they also already got stuff that's popping, as far as a woman or women at home or whatever. And so y'all not the main character. It's not even that big of a deal anymore. When you're not pressed, you don't feel the need to have to do something that warrants you to be looked at as desperate, so to speak.
This is what it's like. That's why I exited the group chat, because I feel so out of touch with men. They don't even approach you anymore. And then I was talking to someone and I was like, yo, y'all be standing at the bar. Why is it that you don't talk to women? And his response to me was that, oh, most women don't like you to approach them because they don't like that and I don't want to get rejected. Yo, what happened to yo, miss? Can I get your number? My name is so-and-so. What's your name?
Even if he does approach and get the number, 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna text him back. Or 9 times out of 10, she's gonna play games with him. Or 9 times out of 10 again, she's just gonna ghost him. Right? Even if he does get the number, right? And they'll probably have a couple of conversations, and after those couple of conversations, someone's gonna stop replying and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Projecting their fear of being alone on women is nothing new, but the thing that kind of gets me about it is the cab theory from Sex and the City. Like, this idea that when men are ready, they'll turn on their light, and the next girl that gets in their cab, so to speak, is the one that they marry. Everything is on the men's timeline. When I want to get married, I can just reach my hand into the water and grab a fish and I'm ready. That's not happening anymore. And I think that's why all of this panic is happening and why they're trying to push that onto women. Oh, you're
Every single guy that I know, every last one of them, married, single, whatever, if they wanted to go out and get a chick and marry another chick or get a chick to marry them right now, they can do so. There is no shortage whatsoever. So, this whole men are scared because they used to control the timeline. I think that guys control the timeline more than ever before. More than ever before. And maybe it's my friend group. Maybe it's just the guys that got motion. I don't see there being any desperation, any shortage. I don't know where these women are getting this insight and this information that's leading them to believe that for whatever reason there's a shortage of guys or a shortage of opportunity for men to go and do what they want to do. I don't see no shortage.
All right, so let me go ahead and pause right there. When he means shortage of guys, when he's meaning that, when he's saying that, these women are looking for a particular specific guy, right? 6 figures, 6-pack, millionaire, etc. Right? That's what she means, right? I don't think so. When it applies to him specifically, because he's up there, right? I'm assuming he's a millionaire, right? He doesn't see the shortage, right? There's no problem because his specific circle, is full of millionaires. So when they're saying the guys that when they're saying the guys that they want is not approaching, it's the guys that are up there, the top tier guys. So that's what's going on. That's what she means shortage. However, there are plenty of good guys out there, plenty of guys who have a regular job, making decent income, but they don't want those guys, right? We live in a different time with social media. And then what's going on is this 80% of women are going towards the 10% of those guys. and those 10% of guys can go to those 80% women. So they always could get women. They could always approach women. That's no issue for them. They're just not desperate, right? Because they have access to all these women. That is the reality, and that is a fact. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow, subscribe. Ivan out.